Well, hey y'all, how you doing? On the phone, I heard lots of you. Boy, you was dinging in at the last minute, and I see so many of you here. Somebody type something. I see lots of you watching, but I don't see you saying anything, and I bet you are saying something, aren't you? Hold on. We just gonna see if I can get any of that to come up, and if not, well, then I will just have to watch you on the computer. It's okay. So
I just said hey.
You just said hey? It tells me you watching, but it is not giving me. It's okay. It's all good. So I'll just pretend like y'all ain't talking to me, right, Bib? Yeah. Okay. It's all good.
Swipe it.
I did swipe it. I swipe it. It's telling me who's watching. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Look, back in the day, not too long ago, all you could do was hear my voice. Now you can see my crazy expressions and everything when I'm talking to you. So as long as you can hear me, we are good to go. And I am watching you here on the computer beside me, so this is awesome. Facebook is way behind. Yeah, I know, but I'm seeing I see Brenda and Priscilla and Quentin and Martina, Silk, Gwenda, Darlene, Kathy, Nira or Naira, not sure which it is, but however, so how are you all doing? I see Christy is in the car still. Linda, hi, how are you? Susan, hello. Kim, we could be here all night doing this, right? So I can see you. I'm just, glancing away here. So, okay, if this is your first time, welcome to the Friday night Onward conference call and live stream. Live streaming is probably one of the most amazing things because it's like watching me live on YouTube, it's kind of like that. It can be exciting. Sometimes we can show you things so you're not trying to visualize it, but yet if you're in the car, what's amazing is you can still use the call, which is really, really great. And sometimes you need to visualize it and not just see it for yourself. That's where some of your best ideas come from. So if it's your first time, welcome. I always say buckle up. We keep it real in here. We talk about how it really is and not how the pretend is, about how easy this business is, because this business is not easy. Some of the actions are very easy, but the deal is you have to keep up with it and you got to go forward with it, and you have to work this business on a daily, did I say daily? On a daily basis. You have to work this business. It's not going to work itself. We used to have that old expression that said, Avon sells itself. Don't believe that. Avon doesn't sell itself, but because so many people know about it, we're over 130 years young, as they say, because of the new skincare, that the great thing is that when you mention it, rarely do I ever find a person who doesn't know what Avon is. And by the way, that's globally all over the world, which is amazing. So finally, this summer heat for a lot of us all over the country has finally said goodbye, and we are finally starting to feel the fall weather. And I got to tell you, it's my most favorite time in the whole world is fall. If I could find a place to live that was totally fall all year round, this girl right here, I'd be living there, that's for sure. So I'm still looking for that place. So if you can give me some feedback on there, that would be awesome. It would be great. Some people love the summer. They love the heat. It's all good. It's not my cup of tea anymore. I think when I was younger, it used to be my cup of tea. But I'm going to be honest, too. I don't like 30 foot of snow either. like I said, I like fall. But this is what I do know. For a lot of the country, you are going to run into you're going to run into cold weather. Like it or not, it's going to happen. And you are going to be able to say to yourself, oh, you know what, I just, business has slowed down. It's slowed down because, it's winter and I don't see as many people and life is rough and I can't wait till it's spring, because then when it's spring, business can grow again. And I have to say to you, malarkey. Just malarkey. Just stop it. Stop it right now. Stop making excuses before you even have them. This is a business about when you don't see a way, you don't find it, you make it. You make your way. this isn't working for me. Oh my gosh, what's going on? How do I work this? You don't say, okay, let me sit on Facebook for 8 hours and let me look for a way I can work my business. I know somebody will come up with something. No, 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 no. You have got to use that big brain of yours, as Lisa Wilbur would say, and you have got to find many ways that you can work your business. Well, what's amazing is a lot of the stuff that I'm going to share with you tonight, a lot of this is stuff that you should be doing all year round. What I find is, though, when some things like outdoor events, they're pretty much gone if it's like 40, 30 degrees. Ain't happening, Cupcake. Ain't happening. At least not for this girl, let's be clear. But there are a lot of things that if you are doing more of the things that maybe you do every now and then, this is going to help you grow your business. You must be proactive at all times in this business. If you are shy, I'm not telling you that you're going to go, oh, shyness be gone, and suddenly I'm not shy anymore. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying it a little at a time. Did you lose me, Lee? Okay. You gotta love it.
I just dropped the call too.
You dropped it too? Maybe it's the planes. Okay, live streamers, hang on one second. We got to get back on the phone with, let's see if we can get back on here. This is why we tell you to be on both. Okay, so you 20 people who are on the recording, 21 now, am I back? Okay, I can hear it, that's good. So sorry guys, this happens every now and then. We're down here by the naval base, the planes fly over, they do something with the signal, and next thing you know, we're gone. Hopefully that won't happen with the live stream. Last call, it did happen for us. Would you like to come say hi? I have a special guest here before we get into this. Come here, handsome. Look who I found, guys. Yes! This is my oldest. This is Earl. He is newly single. Yes, he is newly available. Don't you old women, don't you do it. Don't you do it. You know, don't be that cougar. Don't be that cougar because they all got to come through me. Yes, he is here. Him and Anthony, I don't know if y'all remember a couple of live streams ago. Huh?
Said the cougar.
Said, hey, I'm not a cougar, Bibb. Stop it. I'm not a cougar. You have to look up here, baby, because hey, Earl. See, they know. They know. Look. Shut your mouth, Bibb. Okay. So you stay off my call, Bibb. Stay off my call. So yes, he is here, and they were on my call, and you know, I got to tell you, I thought it was just going to be fun for a couple of minutes, and they started throwing some stuff in about not letting haters get to you and moving on with life because they both have had their own struggles and they're still going through some struggles. They kind of shared some things about me and being in the business and starting and how there were many things they watched with me and I didn't even know they was paying attention, to be quite honest, but they were. And you know, there was a time when they weren't talking to me, but we won't talk about that. Thank you very much. But they are now talking to me. Yes, they are. And they are back in my life, which is, you know, they get crazy every now and then, these kids. They do that, but they always come back to mama. I just need you to know they always come back to mama, which is amazing. So see, Tina said, yeah, it was great advice. I can remember one thing that Anthony said. Do you remember when he said, I have haters out there, and he said, yeah, Mom, they're just, what did he say, peanut butter and jelly or jealous or something? Jealous. Yes, he did. That was great. That was perfect, which is cool. Hey guys, and if it's freezing on live stream, I am pretty sure that could be your connection. It looks like here everybody else is doing okay with it. So we're not going to have him stay here because you will not listen to a thing I say. You will be sitting and you will be concentrating on him, and you're going to say, I didn't learn a damn thing about business. All I did was look at the hottie in the background. So do not be too hot, okay? Do not be too hot back there. Stop it. Don't be too hot. Great job, by the way. You know what I'm saying? If you got some hot sisters, daughters, whatever, you need to, come on, you need to feed them to me, you know? Although, he's got a great job here, so like he can't move across the country. Just saying. Just kind of how it is. Well, maybe if she was hot enough, he would. I don't know. You don't know how guys are thinking these days. I've been out of that for a while. No? Okay, it is what it is. Okay, never mind. Forget that. So, let's get to this. It's funny. Earl probably remembers. I know Anthony definitely does. He was with me a lot then. Some of the things we're talking about tonight. Some of the things I did, sometimes I would watch my kids as I was doing some of these things, and they would kind of, as kids, roll their eyes. Here we are. Mom's giving out another Avon book. Mom's talking to somebody else about Avon. Mom's got another order to drop off, but now I think they look almost 14 years later, and I think now they see, man, Mom was really consistent with this. And look what she's built now. She's got a team of 800 representatives all over the country. Her team, at least last year, did $1.7 million. Those numbers are unheard of in my world, where I was the girl making, $8.25 an hour, $7.25 an hour. So I'm here to tell you that some of the stuff that I'm sharing with you, all of it, if it relates to you, can help you get there too, with your team and with your sales. So let's get started on this. He can stay. Oh, y'all are bad. Y'all need to stop it. You're bad. I get that he can stay. Concentrate on me, Mama Molly. Concentrate on me. Okay. So let's talk about cold weather ideas. I'm going to start with some of the things that I have written down, and some of them you're going to say, really, like we didn't know this. So my deal is this. When I mention something you already know, I need you to say to yourself, but am I truly doing it? Am I truly using this thing the way I'm supposed to? Or am I lazy? Am I falling down on the job? Am I like, oh yeah, well that just doesn't work, or it didn't work for me a couple of times, so I'm not trying to get, I'm telling you, go back out and try it again. Let's start with something as simple as, he looks like you, Molly. Of course he does. I gave birth to him. Of course he better look like me. I did. 36 hours.
Take your shirt off?
No, he's not taking his shirt off. 36 hours in labor with this one right here. Yeah, let's just say that. 36 hours. That's all I'm going to say about that. He owes me life. You know what I'm saying? I always tell him, I brought you into this world. I can take you out. Never forget that. No, we're not telling that story. So just don't even. We're not telling that story. Why are you shaking your head like that? Don't be acting like you're not scared of me. You know you're scared of Mama. You need to stop. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's start with the telephone. The telephone. I hear you. Molly, of course we use our phones. We live on our cell phones. But what I'm asking you is, are you truly using every way with a phone that you can? Are you calling? Let's talk about sales. I've got to be honest, last few campaigns, my sales have rudely, terribly, embarrassingly been down. True. I've had a lot going on. Since Dad died and trying to get back on schedule, a lot of things going on with my kids, a lot of things going on here. Mike went back into the hospital. Just recently, Lee's Uncle Wayne died, and we had to go to West Virginia. And when stuff like that happens, things suffer when you're not on top of it. It's the truth. It suffers. And I know I would like to be the epitome of Molly always does it right, and Molly's business always grows. No, I'm here to tell you that's not true. I have my moments in my campaigns just like you guys, okay? Just like you guys. Seriously. I told Lee the other day, we got to get out and we got to get some books out there before the weather really changes, and that's what we did. We had between 500 and 600 brochures that we had, bundled up and ready to go, ready to toss in driveways, put in paper boxes, whatever it may be, hang on doors. And when we went out to deliver orders the other day, that is what we did. We went out and we got those brochures out there. And have I got any hits on those brochures yet? No, I absolutely have not. Do I think I will? Yes, I think I absolutely will. I'm hoping we'll get some online orders. But I went out there and I did that. But talking about the telephone, are you calling? Are you texting? If you don't have a computer and you do your everything with your phone, emailing. Are you looking at the contacts in your phone? I know you're like, I don't know anybody, Molly. I don't know anybody who, could really need the opportunity. I have put it out there to everybody. But have you really? Because when I look through my phone, I have representatives who walked away, who are no longer with me, that were dialed into my phone. I have family members that, although they know what I do, have I really, really shared the opportunity with them or what the business is really doing for me? I've got friends that I have known forever, but have I really not posted it just on social media? Not, hey, this is what I'm doing, but have you really reached out to them and said, hey, don't know if you've ever had a chance to really view my website, but I wanted to make sure that I sent this to you. And have you texted that to them? Have you emailed them to them? I know we're all busy with our kids during the summer and we're vacationing and kids are out of school. Kids are back in school. Now is the time to really reach out to not just some of the people you know, to all of the people that you know. If you think about it, we talk about getting no's. Well, no's should not necessarily hurt you. Not necessarily hurt you, like kill you dead or anything like that. This is a good way for you to get used to the no's rather than in person, face to face. This also can be one of these things where maybe you're texting someone and they're like, you know what? No, not right now. But what if there was somebody in your phone who really did need an opportunity, who really didn't pay attention to you on social media, who, yeah, they saw your post and they saw what you did, but did you really like, hey, how are you doing? And wanted to make sure that you had this information on my birthday or on my birthday. If you had this opportunity, you have my website, you can see. Do you know that some people don't know that we sell things like the Avon Living? Do you know that there are a lot of people out there that when they hear Avon, they think, okay, Skin So Soft, and they think makeup. That's what they think. They think skincare. Some people either have what they already want and they're not interested in looking there. There are people who, when they're hooked on certain things, we are not going to change them. But do you realize that there are people out there that if they saw our jewelry, if they saw the shoes, the boots. I mean, JP just the other night, and I believe it's tomorrow night that him and Scola are going to do Campaign 24. He shared things like the mugs, the new mugs that are coming out, the plates, the candles, the candle holders. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I watched a good portion of it. And I really had to start thinking about my people that I knew. People who weren't buying from me. Let me be clear. People who were buying from me, but maybe they haven't bought from me in a long time. And I said to myself, man, when I see people, do you ever pay attention on social media? If somebody takes a picture of like somebody's, the inside of their house, their kid, there's Bibb. Their kids in the house, things like that. Do you pay attention to the background? Do you pay attention to, do they have candles in their house? Do you pay attention to the fact that you can see their shoes, you can see the jewelry that they're wearing, maybe the earrings they have on? Maybe you can see the fact that maybe there's a throw over the couch. Maybe it's seasonal. You've got the people like Scola and I who absolutely love freaking Christmas, can't wait to decorate, can't wait to get stuff up. And you see that they have ornaments, they have different things. And do you, as a representative, really are you alert to what's going on in social media beside, oh my God, there's their kid, they're drooling, do you see that? Oh, there's butt crack going on, look, that's so funny. It is really funny. It is really good. But are you paying attention to the environment? Think about it. Think about the things that are in the Avon Living catalog that people don't know because we're so busy sharing reversalists. We're so busy sharing, what is the new quad color? And there's nothing wrong with all that. Oh, that's the majority of what I have customer-wise. But I do have customers that like it or not, the things that they're into are the things. I have a lady that, no lie, every single campaign, Every single campaign, and let me tell you how she found me. Her name is Linda Lloyd, and I went through my neighborhood when I first moved down here 4 years ago, and Lee and I went through, and we tossed books in the whole neighborhood. Didn't know if a rep had been in here or not. Didn't matter. We were going to hit it. That's what we did. And her son picked up a book out of his driveway. He lives right down the street here. And he took it over to his mom's house on a Sunday afternoon for dinner and said, "Hey, Mom, you know, I know you used to buy Avon. Look, Mom, look what I've got. I think there's an Avon lady in our neighborhood now. I see her vehicle." Linda called me, and Linda has been a $75 or more purchaser. And a lot of that is jewelry. A lot of that is dresses. A lot of that is shoes. And yes, she does love the makeup. She loves the lipsticks. Last campaign, her order was $157 with me. This is an every campaign buyer. Not because I went to her house in her neighborhood down the street. I hadn't been there yet. But her son gave it to her. She buys more stuff, dresses, fashion, home, loves the Avon living. That's where she gets a lot of her gifts from. Now, of course, she's a big A-box person because she knows for every $40 that she can absolutely get that $10 box of goodies. And she can use that to gift, especially for the holidays. So my deal is this. Here she is, and my order would have been $150 something short if it wasn't for her. If I didn't share the things that Avon has besides makeup. I say when you see a candle or something in the background, when you see something that relates to, which is why, let me be clear, this is why you need to be completely in tune to your Avon brochures, everything it's carrying so that you can be alert. You know, when Lisa Scola came to my house, her and Eric did, I had not seen the robe yet that's on 23. And she had this, and she was wearing this, and she was wearing the pajamas too when she was here. I knew it looked soft, but I had no idea how soft it was. I know this is crazy, representative to representative, but can I be clear? If I had not felt Lisa's robe, if I had not seen it, the pajamas, I don't think I would have bought it because I'm not always a fashion person with Avon. I'm more other stuff. But because I experienced that, because I saw it on her, because I paid attention, she really is responsible for me getting this for me. How different is that? Think about the people that they're showing you their coffee mug. You know, I do it with you all the time on social media if you're following me. I always have a coffee quote, something that's going on with my coffee. How many people do it and you see that they have a robe on? How many people do it and you see they have slippers on? How many people, think about this. You know, I saw your picture the other day. On Facebook. I just wanted to turn you on. You can actually go to that page in the book on your e-store, static catalogs, whatever you want to do, and you can say, wanted to turn you on to this robe. Everything that you love about it. It's lightweight, it's not bulky, it's soft, you will love it, it's warm, and while you're at it, take a look at these other night sets that we have. The pajamas, the long sleeve sleep shirt, how soft it is. You have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. And then there's nothing wrong. Maybe you want to send it to them in a PM or something. No, I do that on my phone. I text this to a customer. A customer will answer a door for me, and I'll see that they have slippers on, or I'll see their husband has slippers on, and a lot of our unisex slippers, things like that. When you are alert, when you are paying attention to your customers and what is around them, what surrounds them, what do you see in their everyday life, I have to tell you, it can be a seller for you. And you know, we have that return policy, that 90 days. If they don't like it, do you know, rarely do I have anything returned unless it's a size issue. I'm just saying. I can't think of any time I've had a candle returned ever in this business. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just simply telling you that rarely does it happen. I love the repeat sales. I love my skincare sales. I love my makeup sales. I love sharing everything that all my friends and a lot of what you all do. You'll do a video. I will love it. Oh my gosh, this is great. I'm not going to make something. If you've already done a great job on it, I'm going to share it. And I will call people out. I have customers who've moved who used to be local and now they're e-store customers. And I will say, hey, Sharon Snyder, take a look at these boots. Look at these on, this is an Avon rep, Linda Montavon. Look, you need to see this. Look at these. These would look fabulous on you. They remind me of a pair that you wore before. Take a look at them at campaign 23 when you get them. I like them to know that I pay attention. I like them to know that I'm invested in them. You're like, Molly, that's a whole lot of work right there. That's a whole lot of, yes, it is. Do you not want the sales or do you want the sales? It's like paying attention when you hear somebody say, you know what, I'm in need of some extra money. They're not going to come out and say, I want extra money. But when they say, wow, I really would love to do this. You know, here is a dream board thing for me. I want to go to Hawaii. Hey, I want to take my kids to Disneyland. That's an end for you. I wanted to share my opportunity. I see that you're looking for a way to take your kids to Disneyland. I've got something that you can do on the side in your spare time, that you could take all the money from this simply by sharing, put it away, and in 2 years, that dream could come true for you if you let me show you how. Yes, I've had it happen. Yes, I've reached out to people because I try to be aware of what is in front of me. Social media can sometimes be the biggest, trashiest thing out there on our phones, on our iPads. It can be annoying. It can be, you know, Lee and I say to each other all the time, if it wasn't for our Avon business, if it wasn't for our Onward group of over 16,000 people, I think we would both just be off of social media, because I'm always saying, not my monkey, not my circus. Oh my gosh, don't make me bust a move on you. You know, it's always something that is irritating me. But then I look at how helpful it can be. I look at the fact that it helps me know my customers. It helps me know my team members. When I have a team member who hasn't entered leadership and I'm watching them struggle with something, and maybe they have great sales, but my gosh, I watch how great they are with people out there. I see their heart out there. I see how they love their kids. I see how they want a bigger house. I see how they want to get out of the apartment and they want to be able to put money away for a down payment. I see the fact that, you know what, there's a restaurant they want to go to, but there's just not that money yet. But boy, when I put that money away, I'm going. And I immediately want to reach out and say, man, I want to see you go to that restaurant I just saw you post about. Girlfriend, I got this. How many people do you know? How many people do you work with? If you share this opportunity, let me introduce you again to the Kickstart program. Let me show you what you can make if you build a team. Let me show you the new compensation plan that's coming and what can be made. And you could eat at that restaurant every freaking week if you want to. That's my goal for you. And I just want you to know that I'm paying attention. And I know that this company that you love and I love, I know it can help you get there. Are you interested in hearing more? Most of the time they're like, absolutely. And I'm like, come on, let's set up a time right now where we can FaceTime, Skype, and oh yes, that is a type of social media that I use. FaceTime, Skype, the video and the private messenger. Oh yes, I use that all the time. My team, people I need to talk to, your telephone, your cell phone. There's so many different things today than there was when I started this business in 2004. You just picked it up and said, hello. That's what you did. I wasn't texting too many people. I wasn't doing FaceTime. I wasn't doing any of that. But my gosh, look at what we have now. Keisha, you're absolutely right. For some reason, I looked up and saw your posts, the social selling classes. If you have not made time to turn yourself on to Scott Kramer and his gang. If you have said, I don't have time to do that yet, shame on you. You don't got to make time to go in there and read all the posts. They're annoying as hell, okay? The people that whine and scream and the stuff they post in that group, oh my gosh, he needs his own poof wine. Watch. I don't know, I can't believe. But if you go listen to the videos, if you go watch them, if you go listen and take notes and practice what he's given you, even this last one that he did, it amazes me what I thought I knew, and I really just learned more with him. So yeah, I absolutely believe that you should turn yourself onto that. It's a very good point. So the telephone, okay? So that to me was the number one thing. Huge, because it controls so much. Your Avon social media website that I know that, you know, the algorithms and all with Facebook, it doesn't always post the way we want to. But do you know that when I post it through Twitter, and Twitter is linked to my Facebook, it seems to do that just fine. Instagram, the whole 9 yards. The point is, pay attention to what's going on Facebook. Not the drama of the baby's mama who isn't really the daddy's brother but ends up being the uncle's mother's nephew. Not that drama. Not your circus, not your monkey. Get away from that stuff and pay attention to the stuff that you can build sales with, first of all, because ain't no money if you're nobody selling. When Natasha Leitner and Montavon and Lisa Monasen and some of the other ones who are so good at taking pictures of themselves with these fashions and all on, they share that so that you can share that. Emily Segrin's been doing it lately. I've been watching her on Instagram, and some of the dresses and the shoes and the jewelry. Lisa Wilbur, always wearing the freaking jewelry, always wearing it. I see something, she's got it on. I noticed that is something that I know a customer would like. I am sharing it. Don't just use social media for the drama that you say you don't want, but you love reading it, obviously. You need to make sure that you're turning this into something more that says, pay attention to the world that your customers live in. Pay attention to the world that your representatives, your team members are living in, and see if you can help them with that. Let's talk about some places that you can go. Some places that for a lot of you, you have to go regardless because of maybe circumstance, or maybe you never go into these places, but you walk past these places. You drive past these places. You walk past these places. Because I'm telling you that if you turn around and look, and you give these places a second look, and you do a couple of things that maybe you used to do, but you're not doing it so much now. In cold weather, people tend to stay inside than outside. You know it and I know it. I don't even care if you like the cold. They don't live out there forever. So when you go into these places, you can make a difference. You can make a difference. Let's talk about a few of them. This one I put up in Onward probably right before we went to West Virginia. I talked to you about laundromats. Got to be honest, my friend Angel Rodriguez, love him. He's been a huge mentor for me when he was with Avon. And he told me if I went to laundromats that I could pick up recruits and customers. And I was like, what? We don't sell soap powder or nothing. What are you talking about, Angel? What? And he challenged me. He said, bring your brochures. He says, come with me and let's talk. Let's talk to people. And I thought, all right, I got to see this, because really I wanted to prove him wrong. That's the truth. We went in there with brochures. We had a few sample packs, and we had taken a couple of books and we had taped a quarter on them. It was crazy. He said this worked. He said, I want you to bring a couple of dollars in quarters, take those quarters, tape them on the top of the book. And I'm not saying you got to do this. I just thought this was crazy that he did this and it worked. And people are in there. It's cold. And it was really cold when we went and did this. It was dead set winter. I think it was January when we went. We were all bundled up in daggone coats. I'll never forget it. And we walked in and there must have been 15 people in this laundromat, the first one we went into in La Plata. And we went in there, and the first person was the person behind the counter who was there. We went, and he immediately started talking to this person, how you doing? You know what, boy, you guys are busy in here today. We're just visiting a few of the businesses and just kind of sharing some reading material for them. It's not going to cost anybody anything. Would love to leave a few of these in here. Might even be something that you like. And he says, you know, we've got 4 books in here. We're going to talk to people. We're going to leave them. They got a quarter on them. It's going to help them. They need a quarter to dry. They got to wash their clothes. We're going to give them a quarter to do that. And sure enough, the first person that he talked to after the person who was in there was a young lady. He went up. He said, hey, because I'd like to help you out with your laundry. There was a little quarter taped on it. He said, it's Avon brochure. Oh, Avon. She says, I love Avon. As she's taking the quarter off, right, because she's going to put that in instead of her own. I don't blame her. Absolutely. And he starts talking to her, and he said, he says, do you come here all the time to wash your clothes? And she was like, yeah. He says, do you live around here? And she says, in the apartments around the corner. And he says, oh, they don't have washer and dryer. And she says, they do, but they're either taken or half of them are broken, whatever it may. And I'm like, wow. And she says, so I just come over here because I can get it all done in an hour. And he says, he was just making conversation. Does it cost you a lot? You know, it's been so long since I've been to a laundromat. Does it cost you a lot to do that? And she's telling him that it cost her about $7 to get everything she's done for her and her kids. This and that, and they're talking, and he says, wow, $7. That could be a lot of quarters. And she goes, oh no, that's just the washing, that's not the drying. She says, the drying is going to cost me about $5 more by the time I get done, especially in the winter. She says everything is thicker. And they're just talking, and he ask her, was this her regular day that she just came here, or did she work? And she says, no, I'm home taking care of my kids. She says, I don't always get to come, but my kids are in school today, so I'm here. He started asking her if she loved Avon. Oh yes, she loved Avon. Was she aware that you know that if you love Avon, do you know that if you were a representative that you could earn money, but you also get a percentage off your orders? Well, that is what caught her immediately. It wasn't about the earning money to her. She was like, really? She says, but I guess it's expensive to join. At the time, it was only $10 to join Avon. And he turned around and he said, this is Molly. And he says, and she's going to contact you tomorrow. And if she doesn't, here is her name and her number. And he says, take this quarter, definitely use it towards your washing. And he says, and I hope that we can get you signed up. I really didn't think it would happen. It happened. She signed up. 3 days later, we met her in person at the McDonald's that was right there in the parking lot with the laundromat. And then I started going into that laundromat for the next 3 months. Not all the time to talk to people. Let me be clear. I didn't do that all the time. But because I got to know the person behind the counter, she allowed me to leave brochures. We must have earned 3 to 5 customers through that, because people are just sitting. They're sitting, they're in there waiting for their clothes. They don't want to wait outside. They don't want to go around the corner because it's cold. But they'll sit there and they'll look at the Avon brochures. Some of them knew because it was the same day delivery day for me, and what would happen, I would go in there and they'd go, no, give me one of those books right now. Give it to me right now. Some of them would give me their orders while I was sitting in there. And I would bring it back on the same day because I came in and it was their day to do wash. So now it was like going to a business. And let's talk about businesses. We talked about a laundromat. Now let's talk about businesses. This is a time. Go into a big office building. I'm not telling you to go to the strip mall in 20-degree weather. No, don't do that. But think about this. Are you taking your kid for their well visit? Are you going in because you're not feeling good, because your kid's not feeling good? Are you going for a dentist appointment? Do you have a visit with your accountant in a building? Why don't you have brochures in your hands with a recruiting flyer in it that's prepared, and maybe a few sample packets, you know, a little clear bag, like our clear literature bag, that maybe has a men's cologne, woman's perfume, a lipstick, and a skincare sample in it, along with the brochure. And why not go into those office buildings and say, hi, I'm a local Avon representative. It's Customer Appreciation Day with Avon, and we're here to share some free samples with you, and we are here to share some brochures with you. Is it okay if we do that? Nobody's going to say no to free stuff. I have yet to have anybody toss me out because I wanted to give them free brochures and free samples. At that point, I find out, do they have an Avon lady? Most of the time, they don't have an Avon representative at all when I go in there. More times they don't than do, because this is what they tell me happens. They tell me that somebody will come in there and they will leave brochures, or they will come by once, maybe they'll come by twice. But the moment that nobody in the office has an order, they stop coming. They stop bringing the brochures. They don't call and they don't check back. They don't get a point of contact. And when I go into a business, that person right there, the person who lights up, is my point of contact. Hi, what's your name? Sandy. Sandy, hey, how are you doing? Look, I want to leave this here. I see there's many people in the office here. You guys can you know, share the samples that I'm leaving here for. The brochures are here. Matter of fact, you know, Sandy, if 3 or more of you order, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 10% off your order, Sandy, just because you're going to handle getting those orders. I'm going to call you in 48 hours if there's anything that you want. Is it okay if I ask for you? Absolutely. I take the card for the office, write Sandy on the back of it. I leave them the brochures. Most of the time I have a piece of candy in the bag too. You know, maybe it's a candy kiss. You know, maybe it's a piece of hard candy. Maybe it's a Tootsie Roll, something. But I always try to make sure there's something that is great, especially if you're running into a kid or something. Doctor's offices are huge. Dentist office, lawyer offices. And this time of the year, let me throw in another little something here for you. This time of the year, what I do, which is huge for me, is I will also leave a little flyer in the book that says, if you are looking for baskets, for employee baskets, I can do anything from $5 to $100. You just tell me what you want in this book and I can make this happen for you. Do you know how many lawyers get really, really tired of just giving the same thing all the time? They don't know what to do. They stress about it. But when I offer the services, you know, a lot of times it'll be, I'll ask to talk to the supervisor and say, hey, I don't know if you do gifts for your employees or not, but I want you to know that we can do baskets, especially, you know, shower gels and body lotions and skincare, and we can put a sample in there too. Anything from $5 to $100, whatever it is you're looking for more. Please, here's my card, or in a lot of the cases, the shuffle card that we have now that's a virtual card. You know, the possibilities are endless if you put them into play. Office buildings are great. How about hair salons? How about any type of a beauty shop? Most of the time I have 3 or 4 beauty shops that go in and welcome me coming. They let me leave my brochures in there. And then there's a lot of them that are my customers, which are huge. Are you going in? Are you even asking, ladies, when you go get your hair cut, when you are going to get your nails done, the nail salons, when you're in there and you're wrapped up with your coat, maybe you're talking to the lady who's getting a pedicure beside you. Have you ever thought about, hey, I do it every time. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm local Avon representative. Would love to share a brochure with you. Wouldn't you? Just something for you to look at instead of your phone there. Feel free. And you know, I always have my nail polish with me because I take my Avon nail polish for them to use, and a lot of them buy nail polishes from me. Oh, I love that color. Oh, I like what's on your toes. Oh my goodness. You have to think about things. What about gyms? Those of you who go to the gym. Oh, I know, we don't always go at Thanksgiving and Christmas, right? Okay? But the point is, if you're going to the gym, do you know that when you are an active client somewhere, You can ask them if you can leave them, or in my case, I always left a couple right in the back. When Lee and I were part of a gym and we were going back to change or whatever, I would always leave a couple of brochures in the bathroom, whatever, on the little benches that they have there to change on. If I was using one of the lockers, I would leave one in the locker. I mean, it is huge. Restaurants. Why not restaurants? I know this should be all year round, but sometimes we have to pick up the slack in the winter when we're not outside all the time. People say, Molly, what do? Just hold the waitress there? No, not all the time. But when I'm sitting there, I will take a brochure out, and I will take that brochure and I will set it on the table. The whole time that Lee and I are there doing our thing, I will set it on the table, and most of the time, this is the one for me here, it has something on it that says, take me, I'm free. Take me, I'm free. And somebody will look at that and they'll go, does it mean this one? Can I take this one? Absolutely, you can take that one. And you know what? If you give me your name and number, I'll contact you through text, and I'll make sure you get a brochure every campaign at your house. Matter of fact, I'll send it through the mail for you with the service that I have. Then I take out my phone, I get their information with my Shuffle app, or if they're writing it down on a piece of paper, whatever it is, I make sure that the opportunity is staring everybody in the face to either be a customer of mine, or in most cases it's going to have a recruiting flyer too, so that they can read about the opportunity. Restaurants are huge. I don't have to keep that waitress when she has 7 other tables, because her tip is going to go right here. Her tip is going to go with this. She is going to know. Look, they see us coming at the IHOP. They know. I don't always have Avon on my shirt, but they know exactly who we are when we come in. And they love it when we bring the brochures. And I can't think of too many people who don't take it. A lot of the waitresses will take it, slide it in their little apron that they're wearing, because they don't want somebody else to get it if they're working the table or they're cleaning the table off. Just huge. Retirement facilities, people. Come on. Senior citizen active communities are the biggest things out there now. I know you're saying, Molly, what? Are we still catering to the old people? No. Let me be clear. It's not just about the older people. And quit cutting on older people. I'm an older person. Knock that stuff off, okay? 54 years old, okay? Stop it. Next year, I'm going to be able to get my discount at IHOP. So you just quit it on all that, okay? But think about retirement communities. Do you know that nieces, daughters, nephews, sisters, brothers, great-granddaughters, do you realize the people that go in there into that community? How about the people who work at the retirement facility? Are you kidding? I go into the retirement facilities and say, hey, I'm with Avon. Would love to set up a table. Would love to set up a table, let them look at everything. Would love to set up a table that they can get their stocking stuffers at Christmas time or their Easter stuff in the springtime. We still do that with the retirement communities. If you don't go in there and get your foot in the door, if you don't call and pick up that phone and ask, a lot of times if you just go in there and say, hey, I have some free stuff I would like to drop off for you, they're going to open the door right then, tell you to come in the office. Everybody like it. You tell them you're going to give them free stuff. Take them free samples. Take them something that makes them want to say yes to you. Will they all say yes to you? No, they will not all say yes to you. But what if you're missing the one yes that could bring 7 or 8 customers to you? So retirement facilities, clubs, organizations. I want you to think about, are you part of your PTA? If you're not, why not? Have you ever gone to a PTA meeting that they have? No, you haven't? Why not? Sometimes that's your opening for a fundraiser if you get in there and you talk to the people who head it up. But if nothing else, the parents that show up for these things, you could give an Avon brochure to. What, you think that they couldn't use the opportunity, that they couldn't become a customer of yours? Of course they could. But are you prepared? Are you consistently having a brochure with a recruiting flyer with your information on your e-store on the back, how to get a hold of you? Do you have your phone ready so that you can take their information, or do you have a pad of paper with a pen? Are you ready? How about your grocery stores, your Walmarts. And the story is, so many times I can just be looking at my own Avon book, standing there in the store, and somebody will go, oh, Avon, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I got an extra one. You want one? Hey, nothing better than standing in line at Walmart, the post office, the grocery store, Target, wherever it is, and you're sitting there and there's 3 people in front of you, and you're looking, and somebody looks at you and they smile and go, oh wow, I have an extra one. Would you like an Avon brochure? Yes, I've had people go, oh no, I have an Avon person. It's good. Oh, I love Avon. Or no, I don't. But more times than not, they're saying, yes, I would love an Avon brochure. But most people are not just going to ask you. But if you offer, they will say yes. Kim, yes, local waiting rooms, you're right. Emergency rooms, hospitals. If you go to a hospital and you are visiting someone, if I had been in New York and I could have visited Teresa Paul in the hospital, her nurses at the station would have had Avon brochures and samples. And the emergency room, waiting room downstairs, I would have found a reason to go in there. And my tail would have left some brochures in there too. And the lady who checks you in at the desk, she would have had it too. And do you know that you have access that if you just want to walk into those ladies and you just want to act like you're going to go visit someone, what, you think I haven't done that? You think I haven't hit the hospitals? Oh girl, yes. Sharika, bus stops, perfect, yes. Breast cancer mammogram waiting, Kim, yes, awesome. You're getting it, you're thinking. How about people that you know who work at other places? In my case, I live in Maryland. Huge, we're right by, we're not right by anymore, but we're about an hour away from DC. Do you know that I have people that I deliver to about 40 minutes from me where I used to live, who work in DC, who work at the government buildings? We all have those. They work for Social Security. They work for the IRS. They work for this. They work in some big foundation. And do you know they take the brochures in for me? And because I give them a percentage off their order, they take care of taking the orders in for the people, collecting the money for me. You don't know if you don't ask. You must ask. You must freaking ask. Hey, you know what? I know you love to order from me. Would you mind taking a couple of these and just put a couple of brochures on your desk? Some people are going to say, no, I can't. That's okay. But how many people are you not asking? Relatives? If your friends are truly your friends and they really want to see you succeed, why aren't you asking them to help you build your business? Why aren't you? Why aren't you saying, man, I really appreciate you, and you're taking these in, you've gotten me a few customers, they've ordered online. You know what? Merry Christmas. Here's an A-box for you. I really appreciate you. Come on. Come on. There are so many opportunities, but I really feel like we've kind of started laying down on the job here. Oh, Molly, I've been in this business long enough that you know what? People should just know, and the business should come pouring into me. Well, you know what? When my sales started going down personally, I had to reevaluate and say, it doesn't matter that everybody knows that's my Avon van, that's my Frankie, that's my Avon mobile. It doesn't matter that they see Avon on my shirt. I must be proactive. Even as an honor society seller and a bronze executive, I must be proactive in my business if I want it to grow. And how in the heck, people, can I be a leader and not be proactive in my business, but tell my team to go out there and do the same thing? Give me an amen. You know that's true. I want my team to go south. I want my team to be President's Club and above. I want them to do everything Molly's saying. But are you? Are you? Because see, before I decided to come out with this, I had to look at myself in the mirror and I had to say, are you following what you're getting ready to share with them? What have you stopped doing, Molly? And I've got to be completely honest with you. I've stopped doing about 4 or 5 of these things because I got comfortable. I got comfortable with my customers, and then I had some die and I had some move away, and they don't all stay e-customers. I wish they would, but it doesn't always happen. And then some people I just didn't reach out to, and I've started doing that, and now they're ordering again because I must lead by example if I am a leader. I cannot tell you what you need to do if I'm not practicing it myself. So my suggestion to you is, before you share this live stream or when I put it on a YouTube video, before you share the video, please make sure that you as a leader, if you're pushing for President's Club on your team, make sure that you're making it yourself. Because if not, you are just a talker. You are not a walker. And people get tired of what they hear and they want to see what you're doing. Children with parents. Think about the kids, especially in teenage years. Teenage years, these kids come to your house, they're eating all your food out of house and home, or maybe they're going over their friend's house, but they come there, you love those kids, and you say, you know what, hey Earl, hey Anthony, look, could you do me a favor? I have a brochure here. You know I do Avon. You see it all over my car. Would you mind taking this home to your mom and telling her that if there's anything there that she sees that she likes it, I would definitely give her a discount because she is your mom. Would you mind taking that home? That kid's right there with you all the time. These moms are right there by the football field all the time, by the soccer field, the whole 9 yards. But are you taking advantage of taking those brochures and saying, hey guys, you know I'm the crazy Avon lady. Well, today it's your lucky day. Here's a brochure and some free sample for all of you. Woo! That's what we're going to do. They're going to take it. Are they all going to buy from you? No. Will they buy from you like immediately right then? No. Are you planting the seeds? Yes. Do we get lucky and hit the lottery sometimes? Yes, we do. The Avon lottery of, yeah, I just got a $60 order. Awesome. 3 $20 orders. Awesome. That is what we shoot for. Bowling alleys. Bowling alleys. Oh yeah, bowling is coming back. You know what I'm saying? Bowling alleys. How about bingo? Okay. Who knew I was going to play bingo last week, right? We went, Lee won. I didn't win, okay? I didn't win. But bingo was huge. Do you know I was kicking myself in the tail? Bingo. And I did not have one brochure with me. Now, I had given a couple away in the funeral home, okay? And, they asked. They knew I did Avon. So, I did. I took them. People had Avon in the funeral home. Hi, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Give you a hug. Oh, great. Here's an Avon book. I know. Don't strike me with lightning. I know. They needed Avon. Even people who go to the funeral homes need some Avon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't have any when I went to play bingo. But had I? I think that it really could have been a good thing because there were a lot of ladies there. And you know the gifts they were giving away? It was a 31 party type bingo. Everything you were getting was something to do with 31 because some of the 31 representatives had donated this stuff because they were raising money for the soccer team, right? I'm thinking, why aren't we doing that with Avon? Are you freaking kidding me? We should be doing that with Avon. You have to think. Again, it comes down to being prepared at all times, peeps. All times. Don't you hate it when you walk away and go, oh, if I had just had an Avon brochure. Oh, and yeah, you can send them to your site, and especially, you're hearing me talk about it, the Shuffle app. If you don't know about the Shuffle app, you need to private message me, and you need to ask 14-day trial on this, and you can send them your information, you can send them the opportunity, customer, all you need is their name and their phone number. They put it in, bam! You send it right to them. I don't care if you're still using a notebook and a pen. You've got to be prepared. How about gas stations? How many times all of you have been following me for a while? I know we're running a little over. Just give me a couple of minutes. Gas stations. At the pump. I'm always taking them. They're wrapped in their paper and everything. It has a recruit flyer. I'm going, Lee's filling up the van, and boy, I'm right there. I'm like, yep, I'm perching an Avon book right there, sitting up. Normally by their sign where they're saying this is a 99-cent soda or something. Bam, there's Avon. I leave it up there. No, do I hit all the pumps? Let's be clear. They send people out to clean up. You do not want to lose 5 or 6 books, but whatever pump is that I'm at, I leave one brochure. I have had people in my almost 14 years call me and say, I found your brochure at the Sheets, at the Wawa, at the Exxon, wherever it is that I'm leaving it. I found it there, and I've been looking for an Avon lady. How amazing is that? I love it. And I just think that we don't think about it. What about when you leave a store like Walmart, when you leave Kohl's, when you leave places like that, and what about the sales clerk behind the desk? Have you ever said, thank you so much? Thank you so much for your service. Man, you're great. And I got to tell you, would it be okay if I left this brochure with you and a couple of samples? I'm an Avon lady. I would love to leave this with you. And if you're ever looking for more money than what you're making here or added income, there's something in there for you too. No, I'm not going to sit there and talk to her for an hour. I'm not taking her away from her job. I'm not going to get her in trouble. But what I'm handing her is enough information that is going to make a dang difference. I'm planting a seed that I can get a customer, I could get a new team member, and we have to do it. If you don't speak up, if you're not prepared, if you're not thinking of what kind of opportunity, and by the way, every moment is an opportunity. Whether you're watching social media to share something with somebody because of what you've recognized, or whether you're going to the doctor's office or the emergency room. Hope you're not going to the emergency room, but you're getting my drift. Whether you're going to the PTA, whether you're going to the football game, whether you're going to the post office, whether you're going to Walmart, whether you're going to your sister Jane, the one that you don't like, you don't know even how she's your sister, but you know there's going to be 8 more people there, and Lord knows you hope they're nicer than your sister because she is just an obnoxious somebody. I know, I get it. I got people like that in my family, okay? I'm feeling you. You know I'm being real, right? The point is, be prepared for the other people. You may not want to deal with your sister, but what about the other people that are there? Don't let cold weather stop you. Don't let hot weather stop you. Don't let beautiful weather like we're experiencing right now stop you. Get out of your own way. And when you find yourself getting in your own way, say to yourself, stop it! That's what you say. Stop it! Get out of your own way and be ready. Be ready to grow your business. Be ready. I have given you stuff. Oh, church. I forgot. Don't forget church. Church are great. People see my vehicle in the parking lot. Hang those bad boys on the back of your car, whatever. They pick up the brochures every time. Church. Don't forget church. I can't believe I forgot church. I should have told you church. It works. Yes. These are just some of the stuff. That's true. Go for the message, not the business. But the business always helps because when God's blessing you, He bless you when they pick up the Avon brochure. That's all I'm going to say on that. So get out of your own way. What do you do there? Lots of VFWs. Oh, yeah, girl. I'm hearing you. American Legions, VFWs. Great. Angela, I love that. That is awesome. I love that. There is so much open to fundraisers, open to sales, open to new team members. But in the end, it's up to you. It doesn't really matter what the weather is. That was just a really good way to get you here on the call, right? Get you here on the live stream. But don't be me. Don't slack on 4 or 5. Come back. Come back and do this. Come back and be 100% in your business, in your team building, and make this thing work, because without you, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere, okay? So, build strong, slow and steady wins the race. You know that. You know we will be back to you in 2 weeks. He might even, get down here. He might even be back. I might even be able to talk to youngest Anthony. What's he doing? Camping? He's camping this weekend, yes. So might even be able to get him on here too. I'm gonna keep trying to pimp them out. I'm just saying, you know, it's a mama thing. It's what I do. I know they're hot and I know they're awesome, and I'm just sharing it with you. What can I say? It's kind of like that. So 2 weeks we will see you. And also Leah's got a song. You know, this is one of my favorites. You guys know it is when you hear it. If you're on the live stream, you're not going to be able to hear it. You're going to have to get on the call. But it's real easy. It's humble and kind. And it's by Tim McGraw, and I love it. And above all, be nice, be humble, be kind, Be successful, but you must do the work for all of that. All of it takes work. It even takes work to be humble and kind. Okay? So I love you guys. We will be putting this on YouTube. We will be sharing this around with the replay and everything. Don't forget, Lisa Wilbur will be on Monday, I believe. Never want to miss her call. 9 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, Monday Morning Madness. Scola is also. Hopefully, Teresa Paul might be back next week. I know we've missed her. Everybody keep praying for Teresa. She's had a rough go at it with the surgery. We all love her dearly. We want to see her get back. Don't miss JP and Lisa Scola. Tomorrow evening. I think it's tomorrow evening, but you need to go to the Beauty Business Experience with JP. They're going to do Campaign 24. You don't want to miss it. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And I will see you guys on Facebook. See you later. Bye-bye. Lee?
P.S. All serious inquiries be entered tomorrow.
What did he just say? I don't know. Don't do that. Don't do that behind my head. Don't do that. Yes, Sam. Evening, 7 p.m. Thanks, guys. Whoops.
Night, y'all.
Sarah, who's distracted? Sarah distracted much. Bowling coming. Sarah.